Saturday Social is powered by FIFA 22 with PlayStation.
Joe, only one place to start. We've got an Arsenal fan on. We've got a Chelsea fan on. It is Arsenal playing Chelsea this weekend. So what we thought we'd do, we thought I'd get our guests to pick their combined 11, but with a little bit of a twist to this one. So, Joe, do you want to explain how this is going to work? Because I've got a feeling this could get quite interesting, mate.
Yeah, this is going to get heated. 100% this is going to get heated. So what we've done is we've asked Zach to pick his strongest possible Chelsea 11. What we're then going to do is get Specs to try and argue Arsenal players into that starting 11 to create a combined one. I'm not convinced there's going to be many Arsenal players in the combined 11. Specs, you're going to have to do well to convince us, I think. But Zach, let's have a look at your 11 to start with. On paper, this is your strongest Chelsea 11. I would say maybe Timo Werner unlucky to miss out in there, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, that was the kind of the one position I think that was flipping between. It was Havertz or Timo. And I think if you could put Timo in there, and I'd be happy as well, especially against some of the Premier League sides with slower centre-backs and wanting to get him behind. His pace is fantastic. But yeah, apart from that, you could maybe see Christensen come in for Silva. You could maybe see Callum Hudson-Odoi go right wing back, Pulisic come in. But yeah, Chelsea's options are immense.
Yeah, ridiculous. How many players do you think Specs is going to get in there? I can't see where a player gets in. I can't see where an Arsenal player
the thing is, I'd maybe allow one, but I know Specs, and he's going to say something mental.
Let's give Specs the opportunity. So first up, Specs, goalkeeper. Now, obviously you've got options there. Mendy, Zach's gone with. You've got Leno for Arsenal. Of course, you just signed Ramsdale as well. Very recent addition. So are you putting an Arsenal man in sticks, or are you sticking with Mendy?
I'm sticking with Mendy. I'll give you that.
Why?
I'm going to stick with Mendy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on, explain. You've got to explain every decision. Is that an easy one to do? Mendy, good keeper.
I'm going to stick with Mendy because when you first got Mendy, I didn't believe in him. But you know what? Okay. He's proved me wrong. Great keeper. And Arsenal, Ramsdale, Leno, for me, Arsenal don't have a number one yet. That's just my personal.
Okay. Interesting. So, Mendy stays in. Your first change, you are going with Ben White to replace Thiago Silva. So we can have confirmation. I just saw in the corner of my eye Joe Tomlinson's reaction there. Thiago Silva, of course, 36, but he has won almost everything. Copa America, Champions League, UEFA Super Cup, Serie A, 7 times League, closing on 100 caps for Brazil. Ben White, of course, did break into the England squad and still only 23 years of age, I believe. So just explain the reasoning behind White over Silva, because we can see Joe's reaction. So explain yourself, Specs. Go on.
Well, listen, let's be honest. Silva's age, he should be staff member. So Silva, first team coach.
Okay.
Oh,
Ben
my.
Ben White what?
Barry Fry said Ben White will be England captain soon.
Okay, so he's going with the Barry Fry quote. Zach, just quickly your reaction to Ben White over Thiago Silva. Next his first choice.
I think Ben White is a good footballer. I think in a three-back he's even better, and I think he's so young he's going to get even better. But right now, Thiago Silva has to be playing over him. Okay. He was so good last season.
You can't have Thiago Silva and Aspie. That's too.
We won the Champions League with them.
Yeah, okay, but just put Ben White in there. You've got Aspie already, so let's put a youngster in there.
Joe, what I love about that is he's saying, just give me one. To be fair, I don't think we agree on this, mate. So we might have to move on. I do agree that I think Ben White is a top player. He's going to go on to be a good signer for Arsenal. But that is a big first shout. Obviously, not having Thiago Silva in. So Joe, I think we move it on from that because I'm not going to agree, mate.
Yeah, let's move it on because the second one I think is probably your closest shout here, Specs. I think this is the most legitimate shout you're going to make, and this is Kieran Tierney potentially coming in as a left-back, left-wing-back sort of role over Ben Chilwell. Why have you picked Tierney over Chilwell? Because it is close between those two.
I think Tierney going forward is better than Chilwell. And I feel defensively he's better too. Honestly, I can't see why you're putting Chilwell over Tierney. I remember Arsenal fans comparing Tierney to Robertson. Tierney is, for me, one of the best in Europe. No one can tell me anything.
Needs to play in Europe, doesn't he?
You play in Europe. Chilwell had to start somewhere. But for me, I'm going with Tierney.
Zach, what's your reaction to that one?
I can understand this one actually a lot more. I also think Tierney's fantastic, and he's only going to get better. I think Ben Chilwell, though, last year was a left back who started playing left wing back and really developed under Tuchel in that position. And I think, again, once he's back to full fitness and getting into the Premier League side, I think he's going to be fantastic. Again, either I can kind of take that one. Like I'm not too against it.
Okay, and he can play centre back as well. You could put him left centre back as well. It's versatile.
Very true. Very true.
Okay, do you know what? It's an interesting one. It's an interesting debate. So, Specs, you've got a bit of agreement on that one. Now, your next one. This may cause a bit of controversy because you are taking N'Golo Kante out. Now, I feel like if you're taking N'Golo Kante out of any team, it's a big call, but you're replacing him with Lokonga. So can you explain
he played one game.
Why you've gone with Lokonga over N'Golo Kante, please?
Listen, N'Golo Kante he's a legend, but I'm fed up with him. I'm tired of seeing him running. He's like a team. And I'm looking at Lokonga and I'm saying to myself, what a wonder kid. Vincent Kompany said he's a combined De Bruyne and Patrick Vieira.
Specs.
What is that, Specs? What is that, Specs?
That's what he said.
Specs, one question I've got for you, Specs. Had you ever seen Lokonga play before Arsenal signed him?
I'm full manager, yeah.
Football manager. There we go. Zac, I've got to get your reaction. N'Golo Kante, of course, widely regarded as one of the best players in his role in world football. 2 Premier Leagues, FA Cup, Champions League, Europa League, UEFA Super Cup, World Cup. And also we know that he covers so much ground. Lokonga, I can't believe I'm asking this question. Lokonga or N'Golo Kante for you, Zac? I mean, I think I know what you're going to say.
I can't believe he said this. I mean, this is what I expected from Specs, to be quite honest. I thought he was going a bit too well, to be honest. He was going too swimmingly. Maybe in 5 or 6 years, and even then he'll be doing well to tie Kante's shoelaces. I mean, look, N'Golo Kante's fantastic. Like, there's at times the best midfielder in the world. So I don't think much needs to be said at all. Yeah, definitely Kante.
All right, let's go to the next player that you're trying to squeeze into this Chelsea 11 then. And this is Bukayo Saka. Specs, who have you replaced for Bukayo Saka? It's Kai Havertz. Why have you gone for Saka over Havertz?
I just think Saka's burst and impact was for me probably one of the best and quickest I've seen from a youngster. Burst with that England team. I feel like he's way more effective than Havertz. And again, more versatile. These are players that if I want to change, if I'm managing that team and I want to change the system, Saka gives me more than Havertz.
Ooh.
You can't argue with that.
Go on, Djellab.
This is another one which I can kind of see a bit more. I think Saka's amazing. Really, really grew to love him as well, especially when he was playing for England over the Euros. But Kai Havertz, and I've said this kind of on YouTube videos and stuff like this, I think has the potential, not just this season, but to become one of the best players in the world. He is such a good footballer and is an amazing at what he does. I'd maybe say, that Saka had a better season last year to Kai Havertz, especially obviously playing in that Arsenal team. But the ability that Havertz has, and I think
how many games is he going to play though? With Romelu up there, with Werner up there, he's not going to start 38 games, is he?
It's not going to be easy, especially if we continue playing 3 at the back. Obviously, it means we lose one more attacking player for a defender. But there's every time I've ever questioned Tuchel, he's always proven to be right. Proven to be right. And somehow Kai always fits in. Mount's always there. Timo Werner will play. Pulisic will play. We've got so many attackers, and I just assume they'll all feature in some way, shape, or form, and all be great.
Okay, so let's have a reminder, Specs, of your team. That's another interesting one. That I'm with you. I'm a big fan of Saka. I think you made a good point about his versatility as well. A very versatile player. Saka, still very young as well. So this is confirmation of Specs' final team. We can have a look at his final team. There it is. So you've gone with 4 Arsenal players: White, Tierney, Lokonga over N'Golo Kante. That got Zac very animated, that one. Interesting to see how people react to that one. And Saka. So there's some interesting ones there. Specs, you've gone with Lukaku up top, which I think most people would have in. A lot of Arsenal fans, big fans of Aubameyang, Lacazette. No room for Aubameyang or Lacazette in your team?
No, unfortunately, no. I can't put Lacazette and Aubameyang over Lukaku. I can put Lokonga over Kante.
Oh my god!
Zac, let's get your thoughts on that team. Is that more Arsenal players? Should there be more Arsenal, less Arsenal? What do you think?
Yeah, probably 4 more Arsenal players than there should be, which is all of them. Yeah, I mean, I can, as I say, I can see the arguments for Tini. I can kind of see the arguments for Saka. Ben White and Lokonga, that shouldn't be anywhere near that team.
And manager-wise, Specs, we always ask this with Combines 11, manager, Tuchel or Arteta? You've got to pick a manager.
Tuchel, but he has to have Steve Round as number 2.
The reason why I asked that question is I knew we'd get an entertaining one from Specs there. So let us know what you think of Specs' team. I've got a feeling that a lot of people will be very opinionated about that, but it's a really entertaining combined 11. So let us know what you think at Sky Sports PL on the Specs' combined 11.